Hi, this is Merris, host of RealiTea Podcast, where me and my wife spill the tea on all the crappy reality TV I force her to watch. Welcome to RealiTea with your host, me, Merris, and Lillian, my wife over there.
Did you forget who I was?
No, I know who you are. We've been acquainted.
Oh, yes, we have.
Today we are returning to Amy's Baking Company, and so is Gordon Ramsay.
Hooray!
This is Season 6, Episode 1. I don't know how any of that works since the previous Amy's Baking Company was Season 6, Episode 16. But that's what my notes told me.
Well, they're wrong, because here's what it was. Is the Amy's Baking Company was the previous season's finale.
Mm-hmm.
So they put this at the front of the new season. So it was Season 7.
They were both... Okay, I don't know. Seriously, one of the problems of doing this podcast is all the information is jumbled when I try to research it. None of the episodes of any shows I watch make any damn sense when I search for them. Not even when I use Wikipedia. So this is episode 1, and its predecessor was episode 16, but whatever. I found this episode on YouTube, so if you're a listener that watches the shows that I'm covering, I am sorry. I try to make sure the shows and episodes are labeled correctly and that I'm reviewing, but I don't try that hard. Honestly, I don't even proofread the scripts, so here we go.
Yay!
Return to Amy's Baking Company, Season 6, Episode 1 somehow. It's like we went back in time.
Oh my God, leave it alone.
Since this is a return to Amy's Baking Company, this is, of course, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. We open with a recap of the previous episode. If you haven't heard any of my Part 1 of Amy's Baking Company, don't sweat it. You didn't miss anything. If you somehow live on Mars and don't know what Amy's Baking Company or Gordon Ramsay is, I will tell you. Gordon Ramsay is a mean, ugly old British man who will come in and yell at you and help you lose your business in all the name of television and money.
Yes. He apparently makes a really good risotto.
Oh, yeah, okay. Good for him. But, but Amy's from Amy Baking Company is special. She did lose her business and get yelled at by Gordon Ramsay, but she is living her best life in Israel with her Israeli gangster husband, Sammy. No, for real. I think this is great for her, and I wish her all the best. But back to return to Amy's Baking Company episode. We are recapping the best parts of the episode. Amy is yelling at Gordon. Gordon is yelling at Amy. Sammy is shuffling around looking greasy and weird.
He did look greasy and weird, it's true.
The narrator tells us that the episode caused Amy's Baking Company to blow up and take the internet by storm. The narrator is like, this is a special edition of Kitchen Nightmares.
It was like this.
Yes.
Special edition, do.
Gordon is going back, and we are going to see never-before-seen footage. Amy says, her eyes all buggy and crazy, "We have to show the world what we offer here at Amy's Baking Company."
She did say it.
And I'm like, oh boy. Then we get the opening credits, and it is the Surfer Wipeout song. We are in for a ride here. The show opens, and Gordon is looking sharp. He walks down the stairs of a giant soundstage.
Like he's fucking Robert Stack from Unsolved Mysteries.
Yes.
That's the vibe it has.
100%. And everything looks serious and professional. He's like, "Good evening, and welcome to our special gold edition of Kitchen Nightmares. We are going to have a feast made for your eyes." Gordon is wearing a stylish suit and slacks. Gordon tells us that he had something that has never happened before, and he went to a restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona. He had to do something that he's never done before, and that is walk away.
Dang.
We pause for a moment of silence.
Oh, we really did.
Gordon says the owners were incapable. I wrote it in the script. Gordon says the owners were incapable of listening. He also says that we will see never before seen footage. Gordon gives the rundown of Amy's Baking Company. Amy is controlling and crazy, and Sammy is hard to deal with and weird. Amy claims her main problem is the haters on social media.
Anyone who says haters non-ironically sucks.
Yes,
by the way.
She says that a lot. She says the customer's not always right. Gordon explains that in the previous episode that he saw some problems with the food and upset customers. Amy was also not very graceful in dealing with complaints. Amy and Sammy would like to shout and be combative people. There is also a scene where Sammy gets into it with an altercation with a customer. They threaten to call the police as Sammy is shouting and practically throwing a punch at a dude. Gordon also found out that Amy and Sammy are withholding tips from the wait staff, which is a complete douchebag thing to do, to be fair.
It is.
Yeah. The food was slow and gross, and Sammy and Amy refused to take any criticism or complaints. They barked and fought back and forth, and the communication broke down. If this is a lot of recapping, well, so is this episode. We are like 10 minutes in, and I haven't seen anything new, just old footage. So hold on, teabags. We are just going to do this as a play-by-play. We are 15 minutes in now, and we still haven't started this fucking episode. Instead, the narrator tells us that the previous episode went viral, and some dude on the internet made a cool cartoon about it. Wow.
The cartoon was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is not even an episode. Gordon bounces back onto the soundstage, telling us how awesome the previous episode was. People are still talking about it. I'm wondering how long it will take to see something new. Is this an episode about the other episode? I was unaware and
Yes.
feel lied to.
It is an episode about the other episode.
I understand Amy a little bit, though. I also have 3 cats and speak feline. Meow, meow.
Meow meow.
Yeah. The show is still telling me about how crazy Amy was on the previous episode of Kitchen Nightmares. I'm not sure you heard, teabags, but the previous episode was wild, off the charts even.
Never before ever anything.
Amy is a crazy bitch, and her husband Sammy is a real a-hole. As I'm writing this, the recapping is still going on.
It was like over half the episode was a recap.
I have checked the time, and it is 17 minutes. We are on a journey together, and although the journey is partway through, I wonder if it is just the beginning. I feel as if I am wandering the darkness, alone and scared. I don't know where we are or where Gordon is, and I'm wondering if I clicked a commercial instead of the actual reality TV episode. I wonder why I'm here and wonder where we're going. Back to Gordon. 19 minutes in, and we get our first taste of bonus footage. Oh, how sweet it is. Something new, something fresh to sink our teeth into. Gordon is walking through the kitchen of Amy's baking company, and he wonders if there are any male chefs. If you know Gordon's background and what a douchebag misogynist he is, this may strike you as a little odd, and it should. Who cares if there are no male chefs? Eat shit, Gordon. Gordon asks why there are no male chefs, and Sammy, the owner, said it's small back there, and Amy isn't really comfortable with men so close to her. Honestly, that's something I could understand, though, especially in the workplace. This doesn't go over well with Gordon, and Amy is rambling stupidly, trying to explain why she isn't comfortable with random men ramming into her at her job. Gordon looks disapproving, and we cut away to commercials before we know how he responds. But when we come back to commercial... But, this is YouTube, so there's not really any commercials. Amy is being interviewed, and she's talking about her cats. Amy says she has 3 little boys, but they are trapped inside cat bodies. Meow, meow. She explains that her cat is cute and sticks his tongue out when he wants treats. Her cats all sound great.
It's true, her cats actually do sound great.
Mm-hmm. We cut back to Gordon looking important on the soundstage. He says that he has something special, never before seen footage, and he wants to show us. Everything looks so classy and elegant on that stage, and I'm sure that whatever it is, it's amazing, and we're all here for it. Gordon recants the part of the previous episode where Sammy was too afraid to tell Amy what was wrong with the food. Sammy wanted Gordon to tell her instead. And in the footage, Gordon is confronting Amy about a complaint about a salad. Amy said it was no big deal that if someone wanted a salad without something on it, then they can. Gordon goes on to say that Amy isn't good at taking criticism, even though she just did like 1 second ago right there.
I did think she took it fine there.
Yeah.
She was like, well, if they don't want that on the salad, then they should say so.
Yeah. Gordon keeps pushing her, and Amy keeps pushing back. It seems obvious to me that this footage was cut out because Gordon was the instigator here.
He sure was.
Yes. He told Amy about a shitty salad, and she was like, it's no biggie, just no prosciutto or whatever. She didn't start to blow up until Gordon egged her on, but that's easy to do because Amy is really volatile, and it's not really hard to make her explode, which she does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she is the one that looks crazy. In the clip, Gordon says Sammy is scared of her, and this really gets her going. They start to argue, and then the clip ends.
She's like, Sammy's not scared of anyone, not you, not me, not anyone.
Yeah. Gordon comes back and says that he has a real special treat for us again. I super hope it's candy, but it isn't, and And he says he has Amy and Sammy's submission tape to show us. Oh boy.
Oh, it was good.
The video opens up with Amy showing us the kitchen part of her restaurant. She shows clean, well-stocked freezers. She says Sammy isn't great at customer service, and it's one of the problems that she has in her restaurant. In her submission video, she says Sammy needs not to work with her, so the failures are essentially his fault. She complains about her Yelp reviews, and she has no problem fighting back. In the video, Sammy interrupts everything and looks pretty chaotic. The staff aren't allowed to speak to one another when working, so it sounds like a healthy environment. So that was their submission video. Then we get another.
And her eyes
Yeah.
are so buggy and
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
in the whole video.
They were, yes.
And then she starts being at Sammy. She's like, "You keep talking. I can't make this video or answer your questions when you're talking. You're talking too much."
Yes, there was. I didn't write all the little details, but that is true.
You're welcome.
Yes.
It's a service I provide.
Thank you. I was just like, oh God, that's how I felt. Then we get another clip of never before seen footage before we head back to commercial break. Amy is in her freezer bragging about her pizza dough. She has customers raving about it or whatever. Gordon says he didn't like her pizza. The dough was raw or something. Amy is being defensive. She said her shit was great. Things are immediately escalating. It happens over and over. Amy said her pizza was awesome and everything was cooked all the way, and she's talking miles in a minute. Gordon is like, the dough was raw, and it was somehow dry also, and it wasn't good. Gordon is getting ganged up on by both Amy and Sammy, and it becomes a clusterfuck. End of clip. We go to commercials. When we get back, we are still in the pizza argument and the never-before-seen footage. Amy is going apeshit, and Gordon calls her deluded. Then we are back at Gordon in the soundstage. He says he is about to show us what's about to go down with Amy and some gnocchi.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We get a never-before-seen clip with Gordon taking out a prepackaged thing of gnocchi out of the freezer, and we know how he feels about prepackaged food. He's going to lose his mind over this, and we are all about to watch. Gordon is disgusted by the gnocchi. He confronts her, and he's like, "What is this? What is this?" Gourmet. That's Gordon
his new
and Amy.
name, Gourmet.
Gordon and Amy. Amy does not know what is in the prepackaged gnocchi. Amy is annoyed that Gordon is coming at her like this. Gordon and her go back and forth a little bit. He doesn't like how she runs her kitchen and how she preps her stuff. He doesn't like her prepackaged gnocchi. They snipe back at one another, barking and defending and talking over one another. Then the clip ends. Gordon in his soundstage tells us that it's kind of it, folks. Then he hands off to a local news anchor for some fucking reason, Anna Garcia. She's like, "Thanks, Gordon. I'm here live on scene in Scottsdale, Arizona, and the scene is wild." And then she shows us a picture of a cactus and a tumbleweed. But really, Anna Garcia shows us an interview of Waitress with a shit-eating grin. She says the show went viral, and Amy and Sammy fired everyone, and then begged everyone to come back. The waitress bitches about the tipping and explains that the restaurant is like a tourist site now. They have several customers being interviewed and complaining. Like, no one likes Amy and Sammy as they make money in merch and stuff. Finally, the narrator teases us, saying that they have an exclusive interview coming up with Amy and Sammy. Instead, they come back with bonus footage of Gordon and Sammy talking. They are saying how Amy can't take criticism and she's a big giant crazy bitch. She likes praise, but she hates criticism. She likes praise, but hates criticism. Maybe me and her are kindred spirits.
I too like praise.
And I hate criticism. Yeah.
Criticism is for
Yeah.
jerks.
Yeah. Finally, our main course. In the last 10 minutes of this episode, we are going to see an interview exclusive with the monsters themselves, Amy and Sammy. Anna Garcia is on scene. She is introducing herself
And
to
she
Amy
is
and
such
Sammy.
a reporter.
Yes, she is. She's like, "Here I am." Walking into the restaurant. Sammy acts like he has no idea that this is happening. I guess Gordon isn't doing the interview, but this local news anchor is doing it instead for some reason. There are no questions asked. Sammy is first to talk and launches into a long-winded bitch. Gordon is this and money that. Sammy says Gordon wasn't fair. Anna Garcia doesn't get a chance to say or ask anything. Instead, Sammy doesn't let her talk. Sammy says something about his balls, and Amy comes in and says that they were all made to look crazy. Amy goes on a long diatribe about Yelp. Whatever she is saying, it is very fast and passionate, and I have no idea what it is. It's been a few minutes and Amy is still talking rapidly, basically saying that people are coming in and wrecking her shit thanks to the show, and she wants to stay strong, and she wants to show the world what Amy's baking company has to offer.
God.
Another commercial, but when we come back, we are seeing old footage of where Amy wants to clone herself to get the perfect staff. But because the editors are dicks, the footage cuts away to an ex-waitress saying that all the Amy clone staff would all kill one another in a fight to the finish. This is another great show idea, is all I'm saying. But Gordon, in his classy soundstage, says it's now time for the Anna Garcia interview, and at the end, he has something special for us.
Oh, shit.
I hope it's
not
his wiener.
candy. You hope it's his wiener?
No, I don't.
I never hope it's that.
No, I don't want to see that. Anna Garcia is still asking stuff, and Amy is still rambling. Basically, she is sick of the trolls from the Kitchen Nightmares episode, and she is feeling nuts. Anna Garcia doesn't ask any insightful questions or anything. Amy hilariously says it takes a eunuch to make these hateful comments towards her on the internet. Anna Garcia asks Sammy about the tips, and Sammy tellingly says that his waitresses make anywhere between $8 and $14 an hour, so there's no need for tips. Amy stands by her no ball comment and continues to ramble and say other dumbass things. She feels everyone around her is very ballless, is all I'm gathering.
Yeah, nobody has balls.
No, she kept saying it over and over. Amy also says she stands by her man and that she is a lioness or something, and that's her persona. Amy says that he is a real gangster and he is a badass. Amy is like she is on a united front with her husband, the gangster, and the furry clan forever. We are finally getting back at the soundstage to close with Gordon Ramsay. He said he was disappointed at how it all turned out, and that the owners had no interest in working it out. Good night. How was that something special? Like, that was the end? That was it? He promised us something special.
I didn't even...
That was it?
Well, it just didn't feel special, did it?
No, it didn't. I didn't feel special at all. He didn't even, kiss us goodnight or anything.
No. Mm-mm. Him and his baseball glove mitt face.
Oh, he's such an ugly man.
So, I was thinking we should do, I don't know what we should do next.
I'll figure it out.
Will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I want to do, a really silly one next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do
really silly. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, you're free to leave comments on this episode that I will look at.
As long as I can get it. As long as I can view it somehow.
Yeah, Google and make sure it's on something to stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have almost everything right now. So.
Yes, but so I've ran into people give me suggestions, but I couldn't get the episode, so it wasn't like I was trying to be a jerk. I just couldn't get it.
Yeah, and movies too. Merris will watch movies also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like we had to do both of them because they went together.
We did, because I know you guys were wondering whatever became of Amy.
Well, we kind of did where she's at right now.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So here's business time. Business time. We have another podcast. It's called RealiTea.
Yeah.
It's another tea theme, and that's where we do true crime and scary monsters and UFOs and Bigfoot and stuff.
Yeah.
Today, we're covering the Jersey Devil.
Hell yeah.
I guess. I found him a little disappointing. We're going to be honest. But the episode's good, and you should listen to it.
Yeah.
There'll be links to all of that below. And if you want to support this podcast, we have a coffee. You can send us money.
Hell yeah.
You don't have to send a lot, and you don't even have to send any. But if you send any at all, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
We like that here.
Yeah.
It's good. Anyway, I don't really have any more business than that. I feel brain dead and sleepy.
Yes.
And hungry.
Hungry.
I would eat at Amy's Baking Company. I thought the food looked okay.
I would eat it there as long as it wasn't too expensive.
Yeah, that's how hungry I am, though.
Mm-hmm.
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
So until next time.
Meow, meow.
Goodbye.